Hey guys, what's going on? It's Brother Plays Games here. Today I'm going to be reading out Creepypasta It Pokemon Go. I mean, not Pokemon Go, Pokemon. So yeah, I'm also reading it to my sister. She is a future YouTuber. So yeah, let's get into it.
Why am you missing out on the Porygon?
I don't care. So I'm gonna try my best. It's going to get me soon. I can feel it. I just know it. I had to be, I think, curious with this. I slowly walked my character to the Pokemon Tower. Just a far more step, just a far more steps until the exit. I was contrasting on the game harder than I've ever contrasted before, hoping that it wouldn't catch me. The screen went black. A battle animation starts. Distorted battle music starts playing. No, on the last tile. Why? Why did this have to happen to me? The screen glitches. Static appeared. The whole screen was covered in static. I'm sorry, I shouted. Every second, an image would flash onto the screen. I knew what it was. I never wanted to see it again. But it caught me. On my screen, there was an image that kept flashing. It was still and stayed on the screen. It was staring right at me. It had a horrifying I can't read that word. Look. And a sinister happy look on its face. Its eyes were huge. It just wanted it just wanted me to suffer. It was cold and gruesome. A horrifying, putrid look had it was excited that it had gotten. It was time for me to feel agony. I panicked and took out the cartridge, but it was still there. It was just staring at me with that same haunting look. Soon, it would pay me a visit. I could feel my pulse beating in my ears, blocking all sound except my breath. That was heavy and ragged. A feeling of dread crept up my stomach, and I felt extremely sick. I was paralyzed and was stuck in the spot. The menacing aura of it was holding me in a strengthening, tight grip. If I could move, I would, but it's impossible for me to move now. It had me drawn in. The screen started to change, and I regained control of my body. I grabbed a knife and stabbed the cartridge with it. It had no ammo. It broke. The screen started to change, but the screen still changed. The screen changed into my trainer, lifeless, dull, hanging by a rope. The background was black. The screen flashed, and a bloody gash appeared on the trainer's arm. I was transcended at this point. I regret all I had done in the past, all of it. Without warning, it happened again. It was sitting right next to the hanging trainer. It was staring at me. I was frozen on the spot. It was holding a knife covered in blood. Another flash occurred. When I witnessed, and as I saw the sight of my trainer's stomach organ hanging out of a huge cut on his belly, swinging back and forth, my body dropping out. Ow, where's it? I don't know. I'll just go with that. My hand held the knife. Moved. My hand held the knife that slowly moved itself. It was completely under faded or something, and startled by this, it positioned itself somewhere away from my own stomach. Instantaneously, I realized what I was going to do. Tears streamed down my face. I couldn't say anything. I couldn't call for help. I knew this is what I deserved. I braced myself as the knife violently dug into my flesh, ripped out as it traveled sideways, and took itself out. I was still paralyzed, but the agony was incredibly dreadful, and I can't read that word. I couldn't scream at the intruding amount of pain I felt. I can't even describe it. It felt like crippling pain. It was unbearable. I coughed up I don't know, amounts of blood. Then I watched I don't know, as my hand moved the knife inside the cut and stabbed my stomach organ. This time I instantly vomited up blood. Much more blood than before. I remember passing out. My own hand brought my stomach organ out of my body. The pain was severe. Too severe for me to handle. As I was passing out, I heard a wicked, distorted laugh. I woke up in the hospital about 2 years later. It put me in a coma. I wrote this warning to everyone who plays Pokemon. Please, never murder a Marowak's child. So, that was it. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will give you a cookie. I'm just kidding. So of course, see you guys. That was 9 minutes. Anyway, see you guys.